Alright everybody, welcome back to everyone's favorite series, apparently, the Yapping Session series, more specifically the 1 hour Yapping Session series, where I essentially sit down and have a 1 hour chat with you guys talking about, things in my life, things in the internet scape and stuff like that, that apparently helps you all with your homework, helps you sleep, just gives you something to listen to while you're doing other things, while you're eating. A very good video to watch while you're eating, apparently. There's a lot of uses that I never imagined people would use this video for, but you know what? I'm extremely happy with it. It really makes my day when I see comments saying how much these videos help you guys, and so obviously if it's helping you guys, I'm going to continue to make it. So yeah, we're here with episode 3. We got a lot of neat things to talk about. We're really ramping up the yapping. This time we're leveling up into a new domain. We kind of spent the first 2 episodes kind of talking about the YouTube and TikTok meta, how things are going on my channel and my social media accounts, my kind of struggles with different forms of social media, and my growth and my lack of growth, and my success and my lack of success, and just kind of like everywhere in between from start to finish, my journey through YouTube and TikTok. Hold on, let me fix my mic thing here. Okay, there we go. That was really bothering me. Okay, but we did have to move the mic closer to get rid of the extremely loud NASA computer sounds, as it sounds like a rocket ship is launching every time I use my camera app. So there's that. But yeah, anyways, we got a lot to talk about today. Some exciting news, some pretty cool topics to talk about, and yeah, just a lot to yap about that'll hopefully help you guys with whatever you use these videos for. Leave a comment down below what you use these videos for, and I'm going to start taking questions from you guys, so leave down below questions that you want to see answered, and then we'll start doing like some Q&A stuff. Ask me questions about life, ask me questions about me, and I'll go and answer, and I'll yap about them. I'm going to plan to do probably about 2 of these a week, hopefully, and maybe throw in a video in between. I'm thinking about, which I guess I can get into that later. I'll do that as one of the yapping segments, kind of like the future of this channel, because I always have to do that as part of these. I won't do it every time, because there will get to a point to where it's like, well, I can't have a different future for the channel every week, like twice a week. Like, it's gonna be just kind of here for these first couple episodes. But for one thing's for certain is that these are going to continue, because these I can expect to do well. It's the only videos I post on this channel that I know will at least get a few views and some comments and some likes, and people will enjoy. And that's what I'm looking for, is just for people to enjoy my videos and get some sort of use out of them. So yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into our, I guess, first topic of the day, and that is the future of this channel. Like I said, I'm planning on doing 2 of these yapping sessions a week. Summer has just started for me. I graduated high school recently. There's a lot that's happened in my life recently. I just turned 18. Woohoo! Finally, I can withdraw my YouTube paycheck, which isn't a lot, but it's enough to withdraw it. So that's pretty cool. It does not equal the amount of hours that I put into this, but you know what? It's a something, and I'm going to enjoy the bit that's there. I'm not sure what I'm going to get yet, because I kind of have everything for my setup, except for maybe like a ring light, but I don't really know if I need it. The lighting in this room's pretty good. I don't know. I haven't really thought it out yet, because it's not enough to quite get something like massive, but it's, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not trying to like get too much into that. I don't know why I started talking about that too much, but yeah, it is cool. That is exciting. I've been able to do a lot now that I'm 18, obviously. I could buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, that's what I'm going to spend my YouTube check on. I'm going to reinvest it into lottery tickets. Just kidding. That's a joke. I probably won't even buy a lottery ticket, to be honest. I don't know. I just never really found interest in it, because I'm like, I'm just going to lose money, and it's not that cool. Like, maybe like getting like the Mega Millions for like the 1 in 10 trillion chance that you win like $1 bajillion, but like, I'm not spending $10 for a chance to maybe win like 100, and then it's just the odds don't seem that exciting. Like, I feel like the odds at a casino are just so much more compelling, because it's like, okay, I feel like I actually have a chance to win like some money. Like, yeah, I know I'm going to in the long run lose it, but like, on this trip I might be up, and like blackjack has like barely a house edge on it. It's like, you don't feel like you're getting screwed as much, and there's a chance that you could maybe profit. With lottery tickets, I feel like there's just not that. I feel like you just get pretty much screwed every single time. I don't think I've witnessed somebody get a winning lottery ticket in my life, and I've watched quite a few lottery tickets be scratched. So I just think it's a scam. I wouldn't say, because I know a lot of people go as far as to say that it's a tax on stupid people, and I wouldn't necessarily agree on that. But they do use in a lot of states the money generated from state lotteries to fund the school systems. So it technically is kind of like a tax. Now, I wouldn't say those people are necessarily stupid, but that's just not my style of gambling per se. I gotta wait till I'm 21 to do my style of gambling. You know what I'm saying? That's where the real money comes in. Obviously, I'm joking. I do not condone gambling. Children do not gamble unless you're 21 and you want to. But you will lose money in the long run. Not a single person, other than that one guy that was like really good at blackjack and scammed all the casinos or whatever, and then got banned from every casino. So it's either you get up and you get banned from the casino, or you just lose all your money. So it's only one or the other. So don't gamble, children. I'm not advocating for that. All jokes aside, by the way. So yeah, there's that. But in other news, I was able to do a lot of things that, like sign up for things. I don't know, do a lot of things, but like sign up for things. Like I can put things under my name now. So this channel, I could finally put, instead of having my parents' stuff on there, I can say, hey, this is my channel, and pay me, instead of having to go through my parents and all that stuff. So finally, I'm going to, fill out all the AdSense stuff and get my first paycheck sent out to me, instead of I just decided to hold it off. Like, I haven't made a single cent from YouTube so far. It's all been sitting in my AdSense account, and I haven't withdrawn anything because I was close enough to 18 to where I was like, I can wait a year. I'm 17 years old. I can wait a year. It's actually been about 6 months probably since I got monetized, but I'm like, I can wait about half a year and just wait till I can withdraw it under my name instead of having it go under my parents' name. So yeah, that's a cool thing. But I also was able to sign up for my own like different kind of services, which I'll get to that in a second. I do have some very exciting news in this video, as well as going to be setting up a business email for potential sponsors and stuff. And before you say, oh, he's going to sell out, I'm not going to sell out completely. I am an upcoming college student, so money is very nice. But obviously, if I were in this for the money, I would have quit 4 years ago, because I've made not that much. In fact, I've made zero, and then the money that I am going to make is not all that impressive. So that's up to you to decide, but yapping's yapping either way. Which, speaking of sponsors, I actually want to announce that this video is actually kind of sponsored. I'll get to that in a second. Before you skip, don't skip yet. Don't skip yet. I know you've got your finger on the button. You're gonna double click. Don't double click yet. Okay. This is a genuine opportunity. It's not really a sponsorship, but it kind of is, if you know what I mean. I think I might have to label it as it, but I do want to give you guys the information about this like opportunity that I found. So there's this app called Whatnot, and first off, I'm going to tell you what's going on first. Free $15. That's how I'm going to start this. So hopefully you don't skip my little spiel here. Okay, free $15, no catch. Okay. $15 straight to your Whatnot account that you can spend on anything. You don't have to add any of your own money. You could genuinely get Whatnot, get the free $15, buy $15 worth of stuff, and then delete the app. And then you just get free $15 worth of stuff. Like, that's it. So essentially, now that I've got you hooked, hopefully, and you didn't just give up, be like, oh, he's selling out, I'm just going to skip this part. Whatnot is a live streaming app where you essentially will get on there. It's kind of like a Facebook Marketplace, but live. So people are, showing you the products in real time. They're showing you like all kinds of collectible stuff. Like there's coins, there's trading cards, there's Legos, there's clothing, there's electronics, there's all kinds of stuff. There's games. Pretty much anything that you can collect or buy at a store is on Whatnot, and it's these sellers that auction them off in real time. So essentially, it's like I like to call it like a big Facebook Marketplace live kind of thing. There's so much on there, dude. I've had a friend that's been doing this for a while, and he got me started on it, and it's a great opportunity to get all kinds of cool stuff. And the neat thing is if you click the link in the description below using my Whatnot link, if you use my Whatnot link, you'll get $15 of spending credit for absolutely free, no purchase necessary. So you can, like I said, go on there, click the link in the description, create an account, $15, spend it, and then delete it. I don't care what you do, okay? And if you want to spend it on me, I'm going to be going live on Whatnot. So if you want bonus content, which I guess is not bonus content, but little known fact, which I was probably going to bring this up in a yapping session anyways, but when I was younger, I was a crazy Pokemon collector. Not only was I a crazy Pokemon collector, but I was also crazy good at the game. I will come back to that later in this yapping session, but for now I'm just going to talk about my collection because I'm no longer, necessarily in that space anymore. I moved away from Pokemon a while ago when it got too expensive and I could not fund it, and then when they brought in rotations and stuff, I couldn't really, justify it, and I wasn't as much into the collecting as I was the actual competitive side of the game, and so they've just been kind of sitting around, and so finally, with the help of Whatnot, I'm going to be selling them and auctioning them off on my Whatnot. So if you want to go use the link in my description and you're into Pokemon, by all means, click the link in my description. $15 worth of stuff that you can just buy for free. You can hop on my Whatnot if you want to support me. Click the link below, get your $15, buy $15 worth of cards from me, and if you tell me, I might even slip in like an autograph or something. I don't know, a little bonus gift if you say that you came from my YouTube channel. I mean, it's free. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just want to support me, like, you can just grab the $15 worth of free stuff, buy a thing for me if you just want to support me, and boom. Like, it takes you minutes to set up your account, if that, and then just show up to my live stream, support me, be huge. I probably, yapped about that for a while, but it's something, I'm really passionate about, and it's not like a direct sponsorship or anything. Because I'm an influencer, they kind of gave, well, influencer, it's a pretty loose term. I mean, I guess I have some views on some videos, and like 100,000 plus 160, 170,000 followers on TikTok that, classifies me as an influencer, but this isn't something that they reached out to me to tell me to do. This is just something that they offer to me as an influencer and as an official verified seller. Also, if you want to become a seller yourself, use the link in the description, and I think it works as well. If not, just leave a comment down below, and I will comment down below a link to become a seller, because then you get all kinds of cool stuff. But that's only if you want to become a seller. If you want to become a seller, then just, I guess, comment something, or I don't really know what else to DM me on. just comment down below. I'll give you a link if you want to become a seller, or I'll put it in the description too. Either way, I'll probably just put it in the description, to be honest. I'll put it like further down, so if you want to become a seller, just scroll further down in the description, because that is more of a process, and you do have to go to some training sessions, but you do get a lot of perks, a lot of free things. They match your first $150 in earnings, so they'll double your first $150 plus give you $25 credit, and it's a great program, and I'm excited to be a part of that. So yeah, there's a little speech kind of ads feel. I hated kind of talking about that for that long, but it is really exciting, and it's not necessarily a sponsorship. I hope they do reach out and we can do a sponsorship, because they genuinely are a really, really, really cool platform. And as you can tell by the fact that I've just on my own willingly yapped about this, I'm super excited about it, and I think it's a great opportunity for everybody. If you want to make some money, if you want to sell some of your old collectibles, if you want to sell, I guess, stuff in your closet, you can sell your old clothes on there. So many people sell clothes. It's a great place to buy clothes, new and used. If you just want to get rid of some things, start reselling, that's a great place to do it. So yeah, click the link down below if you want to become a seller, or if you just want $15 worth of free stuff, click the link down below. Or if you just want to give it to me, then also click that link down below. Either way, everybody would benefit from clicking one of these links, and I would benefit as well. It helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. That's enough yapping about Whatnot for now. Now I guess I can get into my Pokemon competitive experience. So, believe it or not, I was a very good Pokemon card game player. I used to be good. I played competitively. It started out at my local comic book shop. They would host tournaments, and I kind of heard about this because I collected Pokemon very loosely. Like, I had basically one of those starter decks you buy at Walmart for like 14 bucks that gave you, like, enough to play a match, right? And I kind of like subbed some cards in and out just because I would like loosely collect it, get a pack here and there. And I had like a mishmash deck, and I went in there and I got my butt kicked. I paid $5 to enter, and I left with like basically nothing. And I got my butt kicked by a bunch of children, which I was a child at the time too. But then I was like, I really like how this game works. So I decided to learn it. And through that, I went on Amazon and bought some cards to beef up my deck. And that was I don't know why I didn't continue just buying the cards, because the problem is instead of just buying the cards directly, I would buy packs in hopes to get the cards instead of just paying the upfront cost on like Amazon. Because like on Amazon, I would pay like $4 for a card. I'd pay like $2 for one, $5 for one, $4 for another one, and they were like good cards that I could put in my deck. And that's what I did to start. When I was building my deck, I went on Amazon and just bought like 15 different cards, and just paid for them up front and put them in my deck, and that worked. But then after that, I was like, well, I don't really know what I need, so I'm just going to buy the packs. And I spent an absurd amount of money, pretty much all of my birthday money, all my Christmas money, all my chore money, all my my college funds. Not really, I'm kidding, but I would have if I had the option to. I spent a couple racks over my years on Pokemon. It was insane, and I had a blast. But that's just the collecting side. What about the battle side, you might ask? Well, I started going to these tournaments, and after I kind of got the hang of it, I was pretty good. I started winning against the kids every week in the kids division. I would just start winning. And the kids division, there was a kids division and an adults division, and essentially it's $5 to enter both. You can either enter one or the other, but the adults division had more people, and the prize pool was way higher. Well, the kids division, the prize pool was a lot smaller because, there were less people, and less entries, less prize. So it came to a point to where every week I was winning the kids division. Every single week. And one week, there weren't many people at all. I don't know if it was like a holiday or like a bunch of people were out of town. I don't know, but hardly anybody showed up. So they combined the kids division and the adults division. I won. I beat some of the regular adults that play there every week. And keep in mind, I was in like 6th grade. I'm not even kidding. I was in 6th grade. And I was like, man, I think I got this. So I really started tryharding. Like I would play myself. Like I would play against myself. I would have 2 decks. I made 2 decks, and this is so funny to say out loud. It's really, really sad, but I used to do this. I would verse myself after I went to bed at night. After my parents said goodnight and turned off all the lights and tucked me into bed, I'd get up out of bed and I'd go to my closet and I'd sneak in there and grab my 2 Pokemon decks, and I would have a match against myself. And I would learn the ins and outs of every cards, the best plays, the best weaknesses, the best strategies, the kind of the RNG factors. Like I learned the in and outs of this game. I was good. And then I started choosing to play in the adult division, and they let me because I kept smoking the kids division every week. And I just started playing in the adults division. I won week after week after week after week. Now, there was one guy who always gave me a run for my money, and it did get pretty close a lot of the times, but I ended up coming out on top, and this is insane. I can't tell you how much more money. I don't think I actually spent the amount I think I did, just because I would put $5 into those tournaments to win like $40 worth of stuff. Like I would walk out of there with like a booster box full of like packs. Like I'd be raking it in. I'd be smoking everybody, and I'd be like collecting all the money like in a big pile, like give me, and I was just walking away a champion every single week. So I got a lot of cards, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I have a lot of cards, especially ones I didn't need. I should have sold those when I had the chance, back when they were a lot more value. A lot of those cards used to be a lot more expensive, and now I have a bunch of them that have depreciated. Some of them are still worth money. I do have a lot of them listed on my whatnot, already public, that I have that already have the prices and stuff on it that I'm gonna put up for auction during the live stream. I have it planned for Monday at 10 a.m. At the time I'm recording this. So that would be May 13th at 10 a.m. Central Time. Excuse me. Is when I'm going to be doing my first stream. And because of whatnot's like special things that they give first-time sellers and stuff, the whole week I'll be streaming a bunch, because they give you, they match your earnings. They give you free ad credit during your first week. Like it's insane the amount of stuff they butter you up with. I mean, it's a great program. So I'm excited for that. If you can't tell, if you have to bat it quite a bit. But yeah, and then I wanted to take my game to the next level, because I was beating almost no, I was beating every adult at these weekly tournaments at my local comic book store, and I was like, I want to take this and I want to compete at a Pokemon Championship qualifier. My parents said no because the drive was too far. So that was the end of my competitive journey. And when that happened, I was a little discouraged, but I kept playing. And then came rotation. So essentially, rotation is this thing in Pokemon, which I'm sure it's in other card games too. I don't know. I only played Pokemon for like 5 or 6 years. And rotation is where when they release new cards and sets and stuff, the older sets start to get like faded out. It's kind of like how Apple discontinues their iPhones as they make new ones. Like, you can't buy these anymore, these don't work, they're shutting these down, you got to get the new one. So they keep moving you along, so you have to buy the new product, which is great. You always have to buy it. And with phones, it's one thing. Phones are going to get old, they're going to get outdated, they're going to stop working, and the technology is just going to be so inferior to the new phones that it's not even worth having, so you just upgrade your phone, right? Like, that makes sense. Apple doing that, I'm not too mad at that. The problem with Pokemon, though, is if they don't do the rotation, people like me will just buy that deck and never buy any Pokemon again because you have a deck. Why? Unless they just keep making the cards progressively more broken, there would be no reason to keep buying their products. They wouldn't get anybody buying their new stuff except for like the hardcore fans with lots of money, and that's not going to be a majority of your audience. I mean, I was a child. I'm not going to be pulling out 10 grand every time they release a new set to get the new broken cards or new cool cards unless it really benefited me. Like, I'm just not. And so they know that. So they're like, okay, well, in 2024, you can't use cards from 2021. You can only use cards from 2022, 2023, and 2024. And that's what they did every year. I think it was like a 3-year gap. So essentially, I don't remember what year it was. When they did that, it knocked out all of my cards from 1 year, and most of my deck was comprised of that. And so I got to the point where I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to have to completely buy a bunch of new stuff to refill this deck. And in the new sets, there wasn't really anything that fit my deck. So I was like, I'm going to have to either build a completely new deck, or option B, what I decided on, give up. So they actually scared me away with this tactic of money making, which, yeah, I understand they have to make money, but that is kind of a sad way to have to do it, because it did ultimately run me off from the franchise, because I was like, I can't afford to keep doing this. I'm making money, but like, I can't go anywhere yet. I can't drive. I can't go to these Pokemon championships. It's just me winning an absurd amount of product every week that I'm not even going to be allowed to use anymore because the deck is out of rotation. So I quit. And that's what I did. And so I packed everything away. I put it in my little trunk in my closet, and it's been sitting there for a very long time. And now I'm finally ready to part ways with it and start my reselling journey. So yeah, I have a lot to sell. I've got a lot of good cards, actually. I have so much. Man, I want to do like a separate video just going through my collection before I start selling them, because, man, I mean, singles, GXs, EXs, secret rares, full arts, like all this stuff. Sorry if I yapped a lot about Pokemon. I know a lot of people don't really care about that or know anything about it. I hope that story was at least like listenable to the general public, and I didn't just bore you with a bunch of stuff you don't know or care about. But we will get into other things. It's a yapping session, so you just gotta yap about whatever comes to your mind, whatever you feel like yapping about. We just kind of go with the flow, and just, if I want to talk about a company that's halfway sponsoring me, halfway not, then I guess I'm going to talk about that. If I want to talk about my Pokemon Championship experience, sure, it's probably a decently funny kind of story. Yeah, but yeah, I used to be a Pokemon pro and beat up adults every weekend. So that was my middle school career. What do I do next? Oh yeah, another cool thing, kind of a sponsorship-ish kind of thing. I know you're probably sick of hearing about this. This one will be shorter though. In the description, there's also an Amazon affiliate link, and basically what that is if you click that link, anything you buy from Amazon, not just what the page takes you to, anything you buy on Amazon, I get a kickback from it. So if you want to support me, but obviously you don't want to like directly just give me money for no reason, which is completely fair, because I don't expect a single person to do that ever. But you're gonna buy something on Amazon anyways. Literally just click that link down in my description, and if you buy anything from Amazon, I get a kickback from it. So if you're planning on buying from something Amazon anyways, don't buy anything like out of the way just to support me that way. Like, if you were already going to buy something, just click the Amazon affiliate link in the description. I'll have it labeled, and if you just buy whatever's in your cart from there, I get a kickback from it. And so that is the easiest way to support me, and it will go a long, long way, and it'll keep me being able to do this, because the more I make from that, the more I'll be able to do this and justify not having to get a real job. That's sick. Because at some point I will have to. I mean, I am going to college and needing some funds for that. There's a lot of expenses that go with that. So please, it would help me out a lot. Thank you. That's enough of that. But it is cool because that's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. Is turning 18, you unlock a lot of new things. So genuinely, the day I turned 18, I signed up for Whatnot. I got approved on Whatnot. I signed up for the Amazon affiliate thing. I signed up for everything, dude. I was ready. I've been waiting for this. I was one of the last people in my class to turn 18. I mean, it sucked. I was one of the last people that was able to drive in my class, and then I was the last to turn 18. It's just like, boo. I mean, I am graduating earlier, I guess, because I think I'm a grade forwards, I believe. I think I started a year earlier. I didn't get pushed forwards in grades. I didn't skip any grades. I just got put into school a year early, which, I mean, sure. I guess I graduate earlier than other people do, so sure. But yeah, it did kind of suck to be the last one to do pretty much everything. But hey, I'm already out of here. I could have been having to go to school for another year, and thank goodness I'm not doing that. I guess we'll yap about graduation for a little bit, considering we still have quite a bit of time. Oh my gosh, graduation is like a big weighted blanket was just lifted off of me. I mean, I've been waiting for graduation since my junior year of high school. I mean, as everybody does. I mean, honestly, I've been looking forward to it since freshman year, but it really hit me. I had bad senioritis. It wasn't to the point to where I couldn't do my work. I feel like I got my work done fine-ish. It's about as well as I always do it. I wait till the last minute and then do it, and then still somehow do it better than the people who did it day one and tried very hard at it. I mean, I think the worst I made on an essay in my college English class all year was I guess it was a college writing class. It was all writing. I think the worst I made was a 96% on an essay. So, and I did pretty much all of those last minute or in the span of a very, very, very short period of time. So, but I think that's just because I can write decently well. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, because I feel like I've been tooting my own horn quite a bit this episode. But I do consider myself a pretty decent writer, pretty decent speaker. I mean, I have to be at least a semi-competent speaker if I can sit here and yap for an hour straight numerous times. Yeah, this is not my first time falling off the turnip truck, my first time beating around the bush. That's not how you say that phrase. That was completely wrong. I definitely matched and mismatched two phrases that should not have gone together, but I did do that for some really weird and unknown reason. But yeah, graduation's here. I only had 2 real classes, but they were both college classes, so they were difficult. Finally got that all done, took my AP test, completed my college credit for the college writing class, and now I'm it's done. And it kind of set in, that last week, because I'd taken my AP test, I'd submitted all my stuff for college. I had a full 3 days of school that was just nothing. I mean, I genuinely just had nothing. And it was just, sitting around and just kind of taking in the atmosphere, You're I've been around these people for 13 years of my life. I've known these people for 13 years of my life, most of them, except for obviously the ones that moved. And, I'm going to be leaving them forever soon. And, I'm going to be leaving this place. I'm no longer going to be required to sit in this building for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 8-9 months of the year. I have free time. I can do my own thing. I can live on my own. I can make my own decisions. I can study what I want. I can learn what I want. I can do what I want with my time. I'm still obviously going to continue my education, but I can do other things in the meantime. It's not going to take up as much time. And the problem is the stuff obviously I'm learning in school is not 95% of it's not going to help me in anything that I do later in life. It's, I mean, I understand why school exists, but for me, I'm this genuinely means nothing to me. These are all just things I have to do. I mean, it's a huge waste of time for me. I want to work on my YouTube channel. Is science class helping with me with my YouTube channel? No. I'll pass. Science class is not helping with my YouTube channel. That's a no from me, right? Hit him with the big red buzzer from AGT. Not gonna happen. And I think school has its usefulness in some ways, but for me, it's a big waste of time. It stops me from doing things I want to do, and it stops me from doing things that I need to do. It's just a huge commitment, and I'm in so many clubs and groups and things that require extracurricular sports and stuff, and all the extracurricular activities. Sorry, it is late at night. I always have to record these late at night because, as you can see, that TV in the background is my brother's gaming setup, and he's in here 24/7, and I obviously can't record because he plays Siege and he screams all the time, so that's not going to happen. So we have to wait till it is 11:20 at night. I don't have a watch, by the way. I just like doing that. Yeah. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, kind of school. And so, I'm finally glad I get to live on my own. I have a much more free schedule. I can record my YouTube videos. That's right. I'm saving up money because this computer is not mine. So I am saving up money to buy my own computer, which is why you guys clicking the links down in this description is going to help me a lot. Also, I'm not scratching my butt, by the way. I'm scratching my side, just so that I just realized that looks really funky. I have squirrel brain so bad. Anyways, that's probably what helps me happen. Anyways, that's why you guys clicking the links really does help me out in the description, because boys gotta eat. Actually, boys gotta get a computer so he can keep making these YouTube videos, and also make enough money to justify not spending his time at a job. Because if I have to spend all of my free time in college working a job to pay the bills, then I'm not going to be able to do this. And I've talked about that. I've yapped about that for 2 hours basically. That's basically what my first 2-hour yap sessions have been about. But if you guys want to recap, essentially, if I don't make enough money from doing YouTube in order to justify doing YouTube in college, I can't do YouTube in college because I will have to do things to substitute that gap of what would be like a gap of income, right? Because I'm going to need money. And if I'm not making money from this, then I have to do something else to make money, which will occupy the time space allotted for me doing YouTube. Right now, it's not as big as a deal. I'm still living with my parents. I have money because I don't buy a lot of things. I'm smart with my money. And, I've made some money from this kind of stuff and other mediums. But it's enough to buy me a $10 thing every now and then. Because I really don't spend a lot of money, because I don't have, a steady thing of income. I just mainly save all my money and only buy the things that I really want or need. And that's gotten me through basically my whole life, except for the Pokemon phase. But I've already talked about that. I spent about every dime I had when I had money on Pokemon. But yeah, I don't spend a lot of money. But hopefully if I start making some more, because I'll have to spend money in college. Like, there's no way around that. I mean, I got to get a new computer, for crying out loud. Those things are expensive, and I don't want to buy a crappy one. I'm going to buy a nice one because I want it to last me all throughout college, right? And I want it, if I'm going to spend a big amount of money on something, I'm going to make sure it's worth it by getting the best version of that, because that's the best value. Like a $1,000 computer, I might as well add on another $500 to get a nice computer, which I don't know really how much computers are. It's probably way more than that. So we're going to need you guys to click that link down below. Okay, I got to stop plugging those links, but in all seriousness, no, it is going to be very helpful for me moving off to college, because if I don't have a computer, then there's just going to be no videos anyways. I might try to post from my phone, but posting a 1-hour yap session from an iPhone is going to be near impossible. I don't even know if an iPhone can hold an hour of footage. It probably can, but I'd have to delete everything, and I am not deleting Clash of Clans or Brawl Stars. That's not going to happen. So we're stuck there, right? And I also have to have the YouTube app and YouTube Studio downloaded, so there's not enough storage, I don't think, for a high-quality 1-hour video. It'd have to be like either 8-bit or like just a black screen for that to work. But yeah, that's kind of my whole spiel on that. I meant to just kind of do a little rerun of that, but I talked a little bit longer. But you know what? It works because this is an hour yap session, baby. We got plenty of time. We can yap about whatever we want. So yeah, back to that graduation thing. It feels so nice. The one thing I will say is that graduation didn't feel as grand as I thought it would. Like, I thought it was going to be some huge, like, emotional event that, really tugged on the heartstrings, and maybe be like, man, I'm going to miss this, or like, oh, this is so sad, like happy tears, to like nothing, none of that. And it didn't feel like grand. Like, I didn't like want to like scream my heart out when we threw our caps in the air. It's just kind of like, yeah, this happened. Like, me and my mate were cracking jokes the whole time. Like, even the counselor afterwards, she's like, man, you and you and your friend were cracking jokes. You guys were enjoying that. You guys were having a blast at the ceremony. And I was like, oh yeah, I was having a blast. Like, you know what? You only get to do this once in your life. You might as well enjoy it, right? Like, this is our graduation. We earned this. We can have fun if we want. If we want to sit in the front row of graduation and crack jokes for the entire hour and a half, then we're going to sit in the front row and crack jokes for the entire hour and a half. And that's what we did. And it was fun. I actually think graduation was quite a fun event. But it wasn't as, like, grand and suspenseful and, like, monumental as I thought it would be. And, a lot of people agreed. I don't know if it's because of the way they set it up, because it was kind of wacky. They did it differently this year than they always do it. And obviously nobody's going to be able to relate to that's watching this video, so I'm not going to talk about it. But things were changed, and it just it didn't feel the same entirely. And I don't know, there's just something about it that kind of made everybody be like, yeah, it wasn't as emotionally jarring and as grand. And also because we did a graduation practice, I think this ties into it. All the kids, we did a graduation practice, and we went through the whole thing like 4 times. And it I think it took away from the actual event, because we had already done it so many times. It just, 1, felt like a chore, and 2, we had already done this, so it kind of took it away. Like, I feel like the first practice round was more impactful and like graduation feeling than the actual graduation, because by the time we did it for graduation, we had already done this like 4 times. So it's like, okay, we've already done this. This isn't as cool anymore. I don't feel as special, and I think that really made an impact in that. Hold on, let me get a drink real quick. Wow, because I've been yapping for quite a while. Let's see, we got 37 minutes in, we got 23 left to yap. Still got a lot to talk about. Hope y'all are enjoying this yapping session, because if I'm going to start doing 2 of these a week, which is going to be difficult, I mean, doing these does take a lot of energy. It takes a lot of free time. Well, not a lot of free time, just an hour, but it's usually got to be at night, so I got to make sure I don't have to be up at the brink of dawn, which I shouldn't have to anymore. It's summer, but there are a lot of grad parties around this time of year. I haven't even had my birthday party. That's the problem, is I have to delay my birthday party for like a week or 2 weeks, because there's so many grad parties that I can't have my birthday party when I want to. So kind of silly, but I'm gonna have my birthday party a little bit of ways from my birthday, just pretend like it's my birthday there. I haven't even had my birthday dinner yet. My family, I'm sure it's not like an oddity to other people to have, like, you get to pick where you want to eat. Nothing crazy, but it's just kind of like a nice little birthday perk. Like, it's gonna be my brother's birthday, which is like 3 weeks after mine, before I even have my birthday. It's kind of funny, and it's my 18th, so I am planning to do a little something, but it's just overtaken by grad parties. It kind of sucked. The timing was terrible. My birthday was a day before our graduation. It sucked. I did get some happy birthdays, but the whole like birthday thing, like, you want to feel like you're the center of the world. Like, it's your birthday. It's the one day a year where everything's about you and only you, and you're the coolest kid on the block. And it didn't feel like that this year, and I thought it was, considering it's my 18th birthday. But graduation was such a big event, and considering I was graduation, I was graduating. I wasn't graduation. I was at graduation. I was graduating. And so we're my class, obviously. It didn't hit the same. I feel like it got overshadowed, especially since graduation practice was that day. Like, it just didn't hit the same. I got some happy birthdays still, obviously, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it. Didn't mess with it. That's why I feel very bad for the people whose birthdays are on holidays, especially my Christmas people. My hearts and prayers go out to you. I'm so sorry. I know how you feel now. That is awful, because I can't even imagine how you feel around that time. I mean, I was getting grad cards looped in with birthday presents, which It's how the Christmas people feel. But, you know, obviously still very grateful for that because those are going towards my college computer fund. That is a real concern for me at this point, and anything helps. But yeah, I see how they feel, and I feel so sorry for them. So sorry if you have that. Sorry if you have that. That's brutal. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? We got 20 minutes. I'm trying to decide what I want to do in this episode and then what I want to do in the next ones, because you know, you kind of got to plan ahead for these. I mean, this is a lot of yapping, a lot of talking to be done. And especially when it's late at night, the brain can get a little scatterbrained, which I'm always pretty scatterbrained. So I don't think it really makes that big a difference. What if we talk about... Yeah, no, it's tough trying to figure out what to talk about, because like there's like 3 bajillion things. Oh yeah, I guess we can go back to kind of the future of the channel. So one thing I've really gotten into recently is a tier list, which I've always liked tier lists, but tier lists more specifically on TV shows. Leave a comment down below. Would you guys like to see me do 1 video a week doing tier lists on TV shows? Like, what if I were to rank every episode of SpongeBob, or rank every episode, or season 1 episode of SpongeBob, or rank every pilot episode of popular cartoons, or rank my top 25 favorite of a certain cartoon, like something like that. Like rank every episode of Gravity Falls. Like I want to do something like that. Like maybe like once a week I do my so I do a tier list of cartoons, or like a video about like TV shows, movies, something like that. And then because it's kind of like yapping too, right? Like a lot of those videos, like I just got done watching a video today. It was phenomenal. It was some guy that ranked all the original episodes of SpongeBob, which were all of season 3 and then most of season 4. So like the original episodes of SpongeBob. And he ranked all 140 something of those. And that video was an hour and a half long. I loved it. That video was amazing. And he just yapped the whole time. It was no like insane levels of Mr. Beast editing goofiness. It was just pure yapping and, you know, SpongeBob footage in the background. And it was great. I loved it. I was watching it while I was eating. I was watching it before bed. And it's kind of like what you guys use this video for. So I feel like, you know, everybody, you know, that says that this helps them sleep, it helps them study, it helps them, you know, gives them something to do while they eat, listen to whatever in the background for whatever they're doing. I feel like that's a good place to go. I feel like this is the same audience, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. Would you guys watch that if I ranked cartoon episodes and TV shows and movies? And, like, would you guys watch that? Because that is something I am pretty passionate about. Also music. But I don't know how I would do that as well. I mean, I could do music as well, but I feel like TV shows is more appropriate for now, at least. I feel like more people can probably relate to a TV show than like a specific artist or genre, something like that. I could be wrong, but I do like the TV shows and movies ideas more. Would you guys watch that? Because I feel like it's the same realm of content, but you guys correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are the audience, obviously. You know yourselves better than I know you, because that's just how it works. Unless, I think the only time where that's different is sometimes dads will know their child more than their child knows themselves. I have learned that a couple times. That has happened. My dad has quite surprised me on a few things. It's kind of funny. If you ever want to test that out, your dad might know more about you than you know about yourself. Just saying. That is a real thing. But yeah, that's the only time where that happens. So you guys just let me know if you want to see that, because it's something I'm passionate about. I think it would be pretty dang cool. So I do a yapping session, maybe 2. I probably do like, you know, 1 or 2 1-hour yapping sessions a week. Probably 2, and then 1 like cartoon list, or flip-flop. I could do 1-hour yapping session and then 2 like cartoon movie ranking things in a week. I feel like that would be cool. I kind of want to, I feel like that's the direction this channel should head towards, because yapping for 1 hour about nonsense like this, I don't know how sustainable that actually is. I feel like it'll be more sustainable once I get people commenting Q&A stuff. So please, another thing, I know you've clicked all the links in the description, and I know you've commented 4 things already, but one thing I have seen, there's actually a couple people, I know one on the last video, that edit their comment as they watch it. I think that's so sick. I don't think you guys understand how fun that is when I go and I see a comment and it's been edited like 7 times and there's like 7 different talking points and I get to answer like all of them, so I feel like I'm like having a conversation with you guys. I think that's so cool, because I respond to as many comments as I can, and there's one I know on the last video that was just posted, and I saw that he was editing it throughout the whole thing, and I went and I answered all his questions or his talking points or whatever. It was really nice, and it was cool, and I hope he comes back on this video. If you know that I'm talking about you, I don't remember the name because I could probably look it up, but you know who you are probably, because there were like 15 comments on the last video. So chances are, if you commented something and edited it and wished me a happy birthday and talked about the fall off of TikTok, it's probably you. Please comment again. I did enjoy the comment, and everybody else, those are cool comments. I like those. So yeah, throughout the video, if you just want to like comment things and then edit it as you go along, and I'll answer all your questions and concerns. But more importantly, leave Q&A stuff, like things about life, things about me, questions about different kind of things. I'll just sit down and answer them, kind of just talk to you guys, give you guys life advice, because I have been through the entirety of high school, and I've encountered and experienced a lot of things for someone of my age. So, just give me advice. I'll give you some answers. If you need Riz tips, I got you, man. Sorry if that sounded cringy. I much apologize. But that is something I feel like would make these easier to do more often, is if a lot of people gave me questions that I could answer and talk about, because I could sit and answer a question, and even if I only got like 6 of them, I could do like 10 minutes a question, and that would be enough for an episode. If I got 6 every episode, I could do this for Alternity. But there will be a point to where, is there really an hour's worth of material that I can reasonably yap about twice a week? That's 2 hours a week of just straight talking. Like, I'm gonna need some talking points at some point. Like, I've made it this far, but I can already kind of start to feel I feel like I might start to run out of stuff. So if you guys want to see this series continue, that's another thing to add to your list. I'm so sorry if this video is like a chores list, because I feel like it's starting to sound like that. But I mean, I guess I'm still yapping, if anything. But chores list, that's crazy. YouTube videos got a chores list. It's nuts. But anyways, I also kind of want to do gaming, but I might make a separate channel for that, because Help Wanted 2 just came out on the Oculus, because obviously I don't have a Steam Deck. Those are expensive. And or Valve Index, not Steam Deck, sorry. The Valve Index is the VR headset, or the really expensive MetaQuest. I just have the regular MetaQuest 2. And finally, FNAF VR 2 came out on there, and so I feel like that'd be a cool game to play, and there are a couple cool games coming up. Like, I could play some horror games on there. I don't know. If you guys want to see a gaming channel, let me know. Could do Minecraft, start a Minecraft world. I've already beat Minecraft Hardcore. I could just do a tour of my Minecraft Hardcore world. Do you guys want to see gaming? That one probably, I don't know if I'll do that one, because I will definitely make a separate channel for that. And I don't know if I want to manage 2 channels this early on into my career, which is not really early on into my career, but numbers-wise, for how many subscribers I have, I don't know if I necessarily need a second channel. So that might be something I do down the line, but I also don't want to beat FNAF VR 2 and then decide to film it later after I've already beaten it. I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. And 1, the reactions wouldn't be authentic, and 2, like, I'd just be beating the game again. It wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as exciting to watch, because like, I've just kind of played it before. I mean, I feel like it would come off as that, and it's just, I feel like that's kind of scummy to do, is like play a game twice and fake your reactions and stuff, which I don't know. And I wouldn't want to, like, I'm sure it's got great replayability. I've heard it's a fantastic game, but I don't know, just don't want to do it. So I might make a second channel. I don't know. I just feel like it's really early to do that, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't have enough of an audience to be able to reasonably sustain that, and to make it worthwhile, because that does take a lot. I used to be a gaming YouTuber, if you didn't know. I don't see, the problem is I don't know who's watched the first 2 Yap sessions, because, like, what if this one becomes like mega viral and beats the other 2 and blows them out the water? Like, I don't know. So I don't know who's watched the first 2, but I used to have a gaming channel where I did Fortnite and Minecraft for a couple years. It never went anywhere. I think I ended up with like 260 something subs, and that was it. And I did that for a couple years, and I put in a lot of work. Like, I would spend in the double digits of hours editing every video. Like, I would make them like Fearless or Noah's Noah or C-Day, like PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, like crazy edit style, and a lot of gameplay, I would spend a lot on those videos, and they never did anything. My most popular video was me. It was actually the one I put the least work in. I went to the events tab in a Fortnite tournament and basically read what time the tournament was being at and read the rules of the tournament and like what you were going to get from it. And that was my most popular video with 3,000 views, which still beats most of my videos on here. Not all. I think I have 10 or 20 above that, but yeah. The fact that got 3,000 views, yeah, that was kind of when the downfall happened, because I'm like, man, I just suck or something. I don't know. It's like, man, I don't know. I can't get any views. Like, I remember when I spent like 30 hours on it, I thought it was going to be a banger, and I prettied up the thumbnail and the title, and I did my research and my descriptions and stuff, and then I went and I got like 80 views, and I was like, why do I do this to myself? Like, I'm not monetizing. Even if I was, I would have made like 12 cents. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. But I was hoping for one day for success, and I didn't get it. So eventually I just gave up. I switched from Fortnite to Minecraft, and the Minecraft actually did worse. And I was like, okay, time to start over. And that's when my TikTok blew up, and then I made a YouTube channel to capitalize off my TikTok, which, sorry if I'm itching my nose a lot. I don't know. My nose just, I'm itchy today. I don't know why. Like, I have a mosquito bite. I need to stop itching that. That's down on my leg. And then my nose is just like driving me crazy. I'm not like allergies or anything right now. It's just like itchy. There's probably a mosquito in there knowing me. They love me, dude. Oh, I hate them, but they love me. It is a very one-sided relationship. That is a nasty mosquito bite down there. I need to not touch that. Anyways. What was I talking about? It was something about Fortnite. And then I gave up. Oh, yeah, no, the new channel. I tried to capitalize off my TikTok account because it was huge and it was growing a lot of the time, and it didn't really capitalize on it because the problem is the content I made on TikTok and the content I made on YouTube is way different. I mean, the content I made on TikTok, there isn't that content on YouTube. Now it is on YouTube Shorts because people, but this was the time before Shorts. Like, this was like COVID, which, can I even say that? I hope so. I hope that's still not like a ban. This was the quarantine days, and I don't think they had YouTube Shorts really, or it wasn't very prominent. So my 15-second little meme videos weren't transferable over to YouTube. They weren't. So I had to make completely different content, and it didn't translate over. I tried to do the thing, you see where like all these prank YouTubers will make like little clips of their prank videos and tell you to go watch the full thing on YouTube. I'm sure you've seen those. That goes for anything. Like, all these people will make like little compilations or like best moments. They'll take them and they'll clip them and they'll post a clip, like especially like Queso, Jinxie, Speed, like all those things. They get people to clip their stuff and post it online, and then you'll go watch the full thing, the full video. You go tune into their stream, whatever. It's basically just a way to promote your content or whatever. Like, that is what I tried to do, and that did terrible. And so I just went back to my little memes and trend following things and whatnot, and that is what I did on TikTok, and it worked again. So I was like, okay. And I tried a bunch of other times to promote my YouTube stuff. It didn't really affect it because my YouTube audience, my TikTok audience were just so different, and my TikTok audience wasn't going to be the type of audience to watch my YouTube videos. Now, if I made like, let's say, if I was like a prank YouTuber and I made prank TikToks and then I made prank YouTube videos, that would make sense. But if I'm making 15-second meme videos focusing on like viral trends and stuff like that, and then I go and I make a video where I'm handing out pictures of Ed Sheeran to people at a convention, that's not the same audience, really. There might be some crossover just by coincidence, but it's not what people followed me for. You know what I'm saying? So that conversion wasn't ever there. So I didn't really get a boost. Like, anything I've done on YouTube has been solely because of my YouTube. I highly doubt there's anybody watching this video as like a prominent subscriber that obviously isn't someone I know in real life that also came from TikTok. Like, I don't believe that's true. If you watch every video of mine and you came from TikTok, come out of your shell and comment down below, because I feel like someone would have like said something already. Like, I remember you from TikTok. I don't think anyone's actually pointed out that there's a connection between that. Not saying that someone hasn't seen the YouTube and then be like, wait, I think I've seen this guy before. I don't think I'm recognizable enough for somebody to remember me on TikTok. I had a few heydays back in my day on TikTok, but I don't think, like, I've never been recognized in public, so I don't think someone will see this YouTube video and be like, I remember this guy. If anything, it'll be someone came from my TikTok and for some reason they're still watching me 3 years later and is like, hey, I subscribed to you from your TikTok and I've been watching you ever since. If there is one person that's genuinely like that, I will be surprised. Don't lie about it in the comments. I'm not going to give you brownie points. But if you're actually serious about it, please comment it, because I want to know. I wonder if anyone actually came from my TikTok promotions and has been watching me since. That would be crazy. I mean, that's just crazy to think about, that could happen. I don't think it is realistic, but it might have happened. I don't know. I don't think it worked, but it might have. But yeah, I don't think I'm really recognizable enough. If anybody sees this video, recognize me from TikTok, I guess comment that below. Add that to the chore list on your 12th bullet point of your edited comment, if you guys are doing that. I mean, even if you just want to say hi in the comments, like, I'll respond to you. Just like, as long as it's not like uber weird or like asking for my social security number, then I'll probably respond. And you like the video, click all the links in the descriptions. Another mention of that, just in case you skip to the end. Free money, free $15 if you click the Whatnot link. The seller Whatnot link will be somewhere in the description as well if you're interested in selling some of your things. Whatnot, and the Amazon affiliate link if you buy anything from Amazon, anything at all. It doesn't have to be anything specific on that page. Just click that link, and anything in your shopping cart, anything you search up and buy, I'll get a cut back from it, which will help me for my college computer fund and my college fund. So there's that little plug if somebody skipped to the very end. Hey, if I can get one more person to click on my link, that's an extra $3 that I can put to. Actually, it might be more than that. I have no idea. No one's used it yet because I just got it. I just turned 18. Man, I'm talking fast right now. I need to slow down. I'm trying to get everything into this last like 3 minutes or so, and I'm just like lightning yapping. Like, I feel like I'm talking slow now, but I'm just talking at a normal, understandable volume. I'm so sorry if that sounded like an auctioneer for those last like minute and a half there. My apologies. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get it all out, but I just spoke 10 minutes of dialogue in about 45 seconds, so that's out of the way. But yeah, I will see how I do feel like obviously I'm not going to disclose the rates or anything. I mean, I'm sure you could find it online if you look it up, but I'm not going to disclose the rates of any of those, but those will definitely help. And you know, that's a big thing for me, and I'm hoping that I can start to get some like actual sponsors, and it'll help me out a little bit more, so I won't have to yap about that stuff as much, other than just, you know, mentioning, you know, free $15, or if you buy anything from Amazon, click the link in the description. Like, there's a bunch of links down there. Like, there's my Discord, there's channel memberships. I mean, there's something for everybody down there, you know. Channel memberships is something I never shout out, but that's, I mean, that's on your own. I'm not going to shout out any more promos in this video. I feel like I've definitely done that enough. Probably a lot too much. I hope I didn't lose too many people. If you're still watching at this point, we got to come up with a code word for the people that are still watching at this point. What if we do, let's do Charizard, because he was not only my favorite Pokemon, well, Charmander, I guess, was my favorite Pokemon, but like I feel like that's kind of in the same boat. It was my favorite like evolution trio. So comment Charizard, Charizard, if you made it this far into the video, which means you watched the whole thing, which is sick. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. That support is enough on its own. You can click the links as well. Okay, I need to stop mentioning that, but that on its own just means a lot to me. So thank you so much for listening to the end and listening to me yap. I cannot believe. I didn't think it was even. I didn't think when I first posted my 1 hour yap session, I didn't think one person was gonna make it to the end of that, and I have over 150 comments on that video, and I know at least like 100 of those 150 watched all the way through. Like, it's insane. And I can see it on my stats, how many people watched all the way through. I can see the viewer retention. And same with my second one. Like, a huge amount of people actually watch these to the end. And it blows my mind to think that people will listen to me talk for an hour, which is awesome. I think that's so cool. And that blows my mind in a bad way. That's sick. And I love it, and I love that I have an audience that'll listen to me do that, and I hope that I can grow that audience and share my yapping with more people, because apparently people enjoy it, and if I can make a difference, that's awesome. So yeah, we're getting near the end. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Comment your Q&A stuff down below for me to answer in the next episode. Let me know what you want to see. Make sure to click the links in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.